Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Buckle up because what I'm about to discuss could be one of the biggest stories to hit the NFL this offseason. It's not just a rumor, it's a potential game changer, especially for the Giants, who are always looking to improve and find that perfect quarterback to lead them back to glory. And right now, the buzz swirling around the league is that there might be a blockbuster trade in the works involving none other than Russell Wilson. Yes, you heard right, Russell Wilson, the Super Bowl-winning quarterback from the Seattle Seahawks, could be headed to New York. And let me tell you, this is a story that's gaining momentum, and it's worth paying close attention to because it could redefine the NFC East and shake up the entire league. Now, before we get into the details, it's important to understand the context here. Russell Wilson is one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league. Since entering the NFL in 2012, he's been a staple of consistency, a player known for his leadership, his clutch performances, and his ability to elevate a team. Wilson has amassed over 35,000 passing yards and more than 290 touchdowns in his career, and he's been a cornerstone for the Seahawks for more than a decade. But as we all know, NFL careers are always evolving, and sometimes teams need a fresh start while players seek new challenges or markets that excite them. And that's where the speculation about the Giants comes into play. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, is this really happening? Well, folks, according to recent reports and insider rumors, there are whispers in the league that a trade involving Wilson to the Giants might be on the table. And why wouldn't it make sense? The Giants have been in a rebuilding phase for a few seasons now, trying to find their footing after some ups and downs. They've got a solid defense, some promising young talent on offense, but their quarterback position has been a question mark. Daniel Jones has shown flashes, but consistency has eluded him, and the team is clearly looking for a more established, proven leader. Enter Russell Wilson. Now, let's analyze this from both perspectives. From Wilson's point of view, moving to New York could be an incredible opportunity. Imagine playing in the Big Apple in a city that never sleeps with a franchise that's eager to return to its former glory. Wilson has always expressed a desire to be in a place where he can make a difference, and New York fits that bill perfectly. The Giants are a historical franchise with 2 Super Bowl titles and a passionate fan base that demands excellence. Wilson would be a perfect fit in their offensive scheme, potentially revitalizing their attack and giving them a true star to rally around. Plus, the New York market offers media exposure and endorsement opportunities that are hard to match anywhere else in the league. On the other side, the Giants would benefit immensely from acquiring a quarterback of Wilson's caliber. They've been searching for stability under center for years, and while Daniel Jones has shown promise, he's yet to fully establish himself as a franchise quarterback. Wilson's arrival could serve as that spark, providing leadership, experience, and a proven track record of winning. The Giants have some promising pieces. Saquon Barkley, if healthy, is still one of the most dynamic running backs in the league, and they've added some intriguing young receivers and offensive linemen in recent drafts. But a true leader at quarterback can elevate the entire team, especially on offense. Wilson's ability to throw on the run, extend plays, and deliver in clutch moments would give the Giants a new dimension offensively. Now, let's talk about some of the tactical aspects. The trade itself would involve quite a few moving parts. Wilson's contract is hefty, with a cap hit that the Seahawks might want to shed, and the Giants would likely need to send draft picks or players in exchange. Historically, the Seahawks have been cautious about trading Wilson, but if the right offer comes along, especially if it includes multiple high draft picks and possibly some young talent, Seattle might consider it. For the Giants, acquiring Wilson would be a statement move, signaling their intent to contend immediately rather than rebuild slowly. It's a gamble, sure, but one worth considering given the talent Wilson brings to the table. Of course, we have to emphasize that as of now, nothing is confirmed. This is all speculation, fueled by whispers and insider insights. The NFL offseason is a hotbed of rumors, and many potential moves are discussed behind closed doors before they ever become official. Teams are always weighing their options, trying to find the perfect fit, and sometimes those rumors turn into reality. But it's essential to remember that trades involving quarterbacks, especially ones of Wilson's caliber, are complex and involve negotiations not just on the field but in the front offices as well. Contract negotiations, salary cap considerations, and strategic planning all play a role in whether this blockbuster materializes. Now, I know many of you are probably wondering about the implications if this trade does happen. Well, for the Giants, it's a chance to finally get that franchise quarterback they've been desperately seeking since Eli Manning retired. Even though Daniel Jones has shown flashes, Wilson is a different level, an elite passer, a leader, and someone who can change the fortunes of a team instantly. His experience in high-pressure games and his playoff pedigree would make him a perfect fit for the Giants' ambitions. With Wilson at the helm, the Giants could become serious contenders in the NFC, especially if they bolster their roster around him through free agency and draft picks. For the Seahawks, the decision to trade Wilson would be a major shift. They would be looking to rebuild or retool after years of competitive teams, and this move could signal a transition to a younger quarterback or a different approach altogether. The Seahawks have some promising young players on defense and offense, but losing Wilson would be a blow to their immediate Super Bowl hopes. It might be part of a long-term plan to reset the team's core, but it would definitely leave a void that's hard to fill. Now, let's also consider the broader picture. The NFC West is fiercely competitive with the 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals all vying for dominance. If Wilson moves to the Giants, it could shake up the entire NFC landscape. Suddenly, the Giants become a more serious threat, especially if they strengthen their roster in the offseason. It's not just about Wilson, though, it's about what the Giants do around him. They'll need to improve their offensive line, add some speed at receiver, and maybe even bolster their defense to truly capitalize on this potential upgrade at quarterback. And what about the fans? Oh, the fans' reactions? You can imagine the excitement, the debates on social media, the endless discussions on sports radio. A trade like this would dominate headlines for weeks, if not months. Giants fans would be thrilled at the prospect of having a quarterback like Wilson leading their team, and Seahawks fans would be emotional, perhaps sad to see their franchise legend move on. It's the kind of story that keeps the NFL offseason lively and unpredictable. I want to highlight that despite all the excitement, we should approach these rumors with caution. The NFL is infamous for its surprises, and sometimes what seems like a done deal never materializes. But this situation is different. It's fun to speculate, and it's even more fun to imagine how the Giants could capitalize on acquiring a player like Wilson. The team's front office will certainly be exploring all options, weighing the pros and cons, and weighing whether this move aligns with their long-term vision. As we wait for official confirmation, it's worth noting that this kind of potential trade would have ripple effects across the league. Not only would the Giants get a shot of adrenaline, but the Seahawks might need to pivot their strategy. Other teams will be watching closely, considering whether they might jump into the fray or make their own bold moves. The NFL offseason is a chess game, and right now the board looks more exciting than ever. So Giants fans, it's a time of anticipation. Whether this trade becomes a reality or remains just a rumor, it's clear that the league is buzzing with possibilities, and the NFC East could be on the verge of a power shift. Imagine the excitement of seeing Russell Wilson in that blue and red uniform, leading the Giants into the playoffs, challenging every team in their path, and reigniting the franchise's quest for Super Bowl glory. That's the dream, and it's what makes the NFL offseason so compelling. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the next few weeks are going to be crucial. We'll be watching every rumor, every report, every leak from team sources. The NFL Network, sports analysts, insiders, you name it, they'll be dissecting every piece of information, trying to read between the lines. And of course, we here at the channel will keep you updated on everything you need to know about the Giants and the potential Russell Wilson saga. Remember, the Giants have a rich history of turning things around with the right leadership and strategic moves. From the days of Lawrence Taylor to the Eli Manning Super Bowl runs, this franchise knows how to fight back and fight for greatness. And if they land Wilson, well, that could be the start of a new chapter, one filled with hope, excitement, and the relentless pursuit of another Lombardi trophy. So Giants fans, keep your eyes peeled, stay tuned for official news, and get ready to celebrate or brace yourselves for some big changes. The NFL never sleeps, and neither do the rumors. But one thing is for sure, the upcoming weeks could be some of the most exciting in recent Giants history. Whether Wilson joins the team or not, this story is far from over, and I promise you I'll be here to bring you every update, every twist, and every turn along the way. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.